his sister was pulling out her toenails. She wanted one for the toenail fairy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I read random stories from Quora. Our next title we'll be reading from is What are some of the funniest lies that parents have told their children? Our next post is from Anna Vinogradova. When my older son was 4, he was repeatedly biting other kids at preschool until one day I told him, "This is a non-biting school. If you keep biting, we'll have to take you to a biting school. Everyone bites there, even the teachers." He has never bitten anyone again. Our next post is from Kate Scott. My mum used to trick on me for eating broccoli. We had someone over for dinner when I was like 4 or something, and across the table I spotted broccoli. Before I could even say anything, my mum saw my look and exclaimed to our guests, "Do you want to know an amazing fact about Caitlin? She loves broccoli. It's her absolute favorite. She must be the only kid in the world who loves it. Isn't that incredible?" To which the guests played along and sung my praises for being so grown up and "How special is that?" etc., etc. I was a sucker for stuff like that. I instantly fell for it and demanded to eat tons of the broccoli. From then on, I loved it when my mum made broccoli, so I could prove how incredibly unique of a kid I was. To this day, I freaking love broccoli. Our next post is from Andrea McLeod. When my children were really little, I used to have a hard time keeping them in bed at bedtime. I don't know where I got the idea. Maybe it was Super Nanny, but I told them I was going to stand outside the door until they fell asleep like good children. I would stand just outside of their closed door after kissing them goodnight, and after about 5 minutes I would slide my slippers off, leaving them at the door. So if you peeked underneath, it still looked like I was standing there. Worked for years. Kids never caught on. I confessed to my 23-year-old daughter a couple months back because her boyfriend has little ones. She was completely blown away. She still to that day believed I was standing outside of their door every night before I went to bed myself. Our next post is from Celine Chu. My mum used to tell me that my future husband will look like the leftovers on my plate, so I always finished every grain of rice and every bit of sauce on my plate because I wanted my husband to look handsome and spotless. Sometimes I cried when I had chicken bones left, but my mum assured me that chicken bones don't count. Our next post is from Malavika Venugopal. My mum loved playing the PlayStation, and I, being the stubborn kid, used to disturb her. To prevent me from spoiling her groove, she used to give me the unplugged joystick and convince me we were playing a 2-player game. Just to ensure I was still stuck in the trap, I used to hear, "Yes, honey, that's how you play it. Mama lost to you, and good job. Now jump, jump, jump. Yes, you won. Yay!" On a timely basis. This went on for 4 long years. It was such an epic lie. I later used it on my younger sister. I think everyone has done that at least once with like a sibling or a little cousin or someone that would definitely mess up the game for them. Our next post is from Dan Press. When my son was 3, he dropped the tabletop onto his toe. The doctor told him that he might lose a nail, and that really bothered him. Sure enough, I checked his nail a week or 2 later and it was hanging on by a thread. I told him I had to take it off and he was adamant that I leave it. I told him to look at something and I plucked it off. He didn't notice, so I told him to look at my hand and showed him the nail. He started screaming and crying like he wouldn't believe I told him. I had to take it off so he'd be visited by the toenail fairy. With huge tears in his eyes, he sniffled, The toenail fairy? I said, "Of course, the toenail fairy is going to come once you are sleeping and leave stinky fish." That was good enough for him, and off to bed he went, happy as a clam. I went out and brought Swedish fish, strawberry gummy candy, put some in a baggie with 6 fish under his pillow. The next morning he walked into our room holding the bag. Stinky fish are candy! Happiest kid in the world. He went to share them with his twin sister without us asking him to. That night, as they were getting ready for bed, his sister was pulling out her toenails. She wanted one for the toenail fairy. I got the nail clippers and took a bit, put it under her pillow and told her it only works once, since toenails regrow. She was very happy with her fish and shared them without us asking. Happy kids. About 3 days later, I was picking them up from daycare and was walking past a mother who I overheard say, "Toenail fairy? Where did they get that?" I had to stop and tell the story to the mother. There are now a group of teens running around our city who grew up with a toenail fairy. Our next post is from Salah Stevens. My father used to always tell me that brushing my teeth makes me sleep better. Fast forward 13 years when I couldn't sleep before an exam, I said to myself, oh, I should just brush my teeth. I brushed happily thinking it would make me tired. Then, with a moment of clarity, I looked at myself brushing my teeth for the second time that night and realized that I got. Our next post is from Patrick Mathison. One time when I was about 7 or 8, I was with my mum at a gas station and asked her if she would buy me a package of beef jerky. She responded by telling me it was illegal for people under the age of 18 to eat beef jerky, just like cigarettes. I took this on faith and never questioned or reconsidered her logic. Fast forward to my 18th birthday when I showed up to high school and proclaimed to my friends that the first thing I would do with my newfound adulthood was finally be able to buy a pack of beef jerky. When they essentially replied with, WTF are you talking about? I explained that only adults could eat beef jerky, and they made fun of me until my graduation. Our next post is from Krish Nachendran. When I was little, my mother used to teach me during my exams. She used to tell me, if you don't shake your head, you will forget everything you just studied, so it's better if don't go out and play in between exams. The little me would be so scared on hearing this and wouldn't even dare to shake my head to say, okay, mother, I won't go play for fear of forgetting everything. And the funniest thing is that even while I was studying for my engineering exams, the big me would be scared to shake my head after studying, just like when I was little, for fear of forgetting what I had learnt. Big thanks to my mother for a small vie. Our next post is from Kelly Spartiatis. My son one day decided that he didn't like mushrooms anymore. He was maybe 4 or 5. Up till then, he had always loved them. What to do? I served some mushrooms with his meal. Mummy, I'm not eating them. I don't like mushrooms. Bottom lip protruding, ready to cry. No, Luke, they aren't mushrooms. They are schmoodles. Try them, they are delicious. He always ate up his schmoodles and loved them, as long as they weren't called mushrooms. A couple of years later, he told me, I'm not stupid, you know. I've known for a long time that these are really mushrooms. Wow, no flies on that kid. Our next post is from Joanne Lilius. My dad was almost completely bald and had been for as long as I was able to remember. When I was about 6 or 7, I asked him, what happened to all his hair? He told me that one day he went for a ride in a convertible and was driving so fast that all his hair blew off. I believed him for way too many years after. Our next post is from Sonnet Fitzgerald. We live in the United States, but my kid's dad is Australian. The first time we took the kids back to Oz, our oldest was 2 or 3. The first day we arrived, we were getting all our stuff unpacked in the apartment we rented, and Uncle Mick cheerfully opens the fridge and says to the little ones with a straight face, okay, you know in Australia, when you want to turn the lights on, you throw the butter on the ceiling? Being a trusting toddler, of course she looked at her loving uncle and nodded, and checked to make sure she knew where he kept the butter. He thought it was hysterical. I could have killed him. Our next post is from Lucy Varish. My husband was the most trusting, obedient toddler you could imagine, and in order to promote healthy eating, his parents decided to convince him that chocolate was something absolutely repulsive. Of course, with his sweet, unquestioning nature, he accepted this instantly. The poor guy would back away in terror when well-meant grandparents or friends would offer him a chocolate treat. He'd always choose to munch on vegetables instead. I'm not sure how long he kept believing this, but he has quite clear memories of being horrified by the thought of chocolate. Disclaimer, for any parent out there considering this, it turns out this technique can backfire quite badly. Once he realized what chocolate actually was, he couldn't keep him away from it. He has spent the rest of his life trying to make up for the lost years of chocolate with a vengeance. The next post is from Bill Jackson. When I was a child, my father told me that he had a jar of stuff in his workshop that could tell if I was lying to him. He said that if he painted it on my nose, my entire nose would turn green. It would hurt like hell if I was lying, and there was a jar of brownish clear stuff on the top of the shelf in the workshop. Whenever he thought I was lying, we would start to make the trip to the basement to the workshop. Before the door was opened, the truth usually came out. Our next post is from Siddharthan. Mum, what are you still doing? Wake up! It's already 6:30. You're going to miss your bus today. Me, speaking in half-sleep zombie mode. Mom, I just need 1 more minute. Mum decides that's time for a diplomatic talk is over. She kicks me out of the bed. Fearing for my life, I run towards the shower. While I am showering, I hear a loud bang on the door. Apparently from someone hitting the door real hard from the other side. Mum, you're still in the shower? it's 6:50. I don't know how you'll make it to the bus stop in 10 minutes. Are you even planning to come out any soon? Me, I'm almost done. Oh no, I'm going to miss my bus today. I hurriedly wear my clothes and run past the living room to fetch my shoes. Me, sorry Mum, no time for breakfast. I might have something in the canteen. Mum, where are you going so fast? Points towards the wall clock. Me, what? It's not even 6 o'clock. Mum, my boy, come and have your breakfast. You have an hour to catch your bus. Me, very clever. I begin to have my breakfast. Mum, cleverer than you, sure. Alright guys, that is all for today's video from the Quora Zone. Please comment down below if you guys have any relatable stories or if you relate to any of these stories from today, whether you were the adult or the child. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!